What up, Ninja Nation? This is Bowman 9000, aka the Trombone Ninja, the snake of Ninja Nation, and we are here. Yes, it is Sunday, so that means it's time for another episode of What's Up, Bowman. Yes, so in this series, we go over what has been happening around the NBA this previous week, Monday through Sunday. Well, really Monday through like Sunday afternoon, because any Sunday night games, obviously, I'm not going over. Duh, the video's coming out right now. Anyway, I just want to give a big, huge shout out to all my subscribers, everybody in Ninja Nation. I appreciate it. Appreciate the good looks, the words of support, encouragement, the subscribes, the likes, the comments, all the above. Anybody who came over from the Full House ENT, appreciate y'all a lot. We are doing big things. Sports CMM. I'm trying to do that. I don't know how to get into sports commentator March Madness, but if you have seen 2013 Sports CMM, you already know it's something that I want to do. So I don't know. I'm asking for your support right now. Cause yeah, I'm gonna be all up in there. I don't know how to do it, but we're gonna find out, and I'm gonna get in there. Anyway, so woo, good dunk. Yeah, since when could martial law dunk? Rise Above Gaming, since now. Anyway, before we get into the NBA, what's been going around the league, shout out to Tyrone Bigums 88. If you're watching this, that is a hilarious username. I love Tyrone Bigums. I love Dave Chappelle, period. All of them sketches were hilarious to me. So yeah, it gives you red balls, it gives you wings. That was hilarious. So yeah, shout out for that. Anyway, so first thing I want to talk about is the Andrew Bynum Sweepstakes, which is now over. Oh, thank God it's over. I was so sick of hearing about Andrew Bynum's freaking 12-point-some-odd million contract and how people are going to waive him immediately after. Oh my God, I'm so sick of hearing about that. But it's over. Finally, the winner was actually the Chicago Bulls. And for a lot, it was funny because I seen a lot of people on Twitter and like random Facebook and whatnot, like, oh, that's such a stupid trade. How could you do that? Like, what? We're not gonna keep buying them now. I just want y'all to know the Bulls ain't gonna keep buying them. So what they did was they acquired Bynum for some trades. I mean, for some draft picks in the future. And they waived him immediately because if he was waived before 5 p.m. this past Tuesday, his $12.3 million second half of his contract was no longer guaranteed. So they signed him, waived him, but they sent Luol to the Cavs. I wish that Luol could have stayed in Chicago. He's an integral part of that team. Everybody talks about D-Rose, but like he's like, he's considered the glue on that team, kind of like Shane Battier is to the Heat. Just when he's on the court, everybody just plays better, and he plays good D, etc. But yeah, they had to let him go. I hope y'all understand that, given the current, money that the Chicago Bulls have, I'm pulling up for Trey. They weren't going to be able to keep D-Rose and put better players around him and keep Luol and Bynum. I mean, Joakim Noah. So somebody had to go. Luol went. All in all, the Bulls saved $20 million. So yeah, good call. $20 million was saved. Like, he was waived on Tuesday. On Wednesday, 8 teams had already contacted Bynum. And I was like, damn, I hope he doesn't play for anybody. But one of those teams might be the Heat, because they're known to take a gamble on players who need help. Greg Oden, Michael Beasley. But those players are going to be great. I trust those guys to do the right thing. More so Beasley than Greg Oden, because it really wasn't his fault. He just got injured. But I hope they do not take a gamble on Bynum. I just hope they don't. That's my team. I don't want to see anything weird happen. I mean, they'll cover their butts with the contract and the money or whatever. And if it doesn't work out, they let him go. But I don't want the Heat to become a laughingstock because of something Bynum did. I don't really like him. So Bulls, I mean, they've gone on to win 3 straight games after trading Luol, and it's nothing against Luol. It's just that team is built they have a good bench. They have a lot of young guys who want to get in there and show themselves and prove themselves. So, of course, they're going to get in there, fill up the shoes, fill up the minutes, and play hard. That's exactly what you want. So, yeah, that's why they're still winning. They just insert new, fresh players and go. So, yeah, enough of the Bulls. So, yeah, this next part is J.R. Smith, a.k.a. The Worm 2.0. I am dubbing him right now The Worm 2.0. That was a reference to Dennis Rodman. He, was self-proclaimed The Worm. And, he's kind of unpredictable. That's why. Worms are just unpredictable. You never know where they're going to go. And that's why he has that name. And so J.R. Smith is now getting that name. His off and on the court antics is, kind of cost him a little bit. He got fined $50,000 on Wednesday for whose shoes did he untie? Whose shoes was it? Oh, yes. He untied Shawn Marion's shoes during the game, which, Shawn Marion kind of deserved it, because I would love to see somebody make fun of Shawn Marion. Look at that jump shot. Are you serious? Like, he just deserves to be fucked with. But, J.R. Smith did it, and it was hilarious. Like, everybody thought it was hilarious. The NBA warned him, to not do conduct like that in the future, refrain from doing that, etc. But the next day, so that was Wednesday. Thursday, he was benched by Mike Woodson. Mike Woodson benched him for the game. Didn't tell him, he suited up, warmed up, everything, and just sat the bench the whole time, while Carmelo and everybody else went to work on the Heat, because the Heat were in town and they actually won. The Knicks beat the Heat that day. That was crazy. So that was Thursday. What else? Oh, they were asking J.R. Smith, like, what's up with the shoe untying and blah, blah, blah. He's like, oh, I'm just trying to have a little fun. That's something definitely the Worm Senior would say. I was just trying to have fun. He was always trying to have fun. That was his main objective, was to have fun anyway. So yeah, he was warned by the league. J.R. Smith said he felt it was just kind of like a kind of warning, like, it was kind of unclear, like, how much, how big the warning was. And Mike Woodson's thing is, if at any time you get warned by the association, you get warned by the NBA, it's a serious warning. No matter what they say, they could say toothpaste and barbecue sauce, but if it was a warning from the NBA, it's freaking serious. So yeah, he pretended to reach for Greg Monroe's shoe, as a joke, like he wasn't gonna do it. And that's where the actual fine came from. And I was like, oh my goodness, this guy, we'll see what's going on. That in conjunction with the marijuana and being suspended, how many ever games it was in the beginning of the season. And his numbers are low. He's not the same player he was last year for whatever reason. I think it's just the focus. I don't think it's his body. He hasn't been injured. He's just fucking up. Like, he's just bullshitting. I don't know what he's doing, man. I'm starting to dislike J.R. Smith, kind of. But we'll see where that goes. So yeah, that was Thursday that the Heat visited the Knicks and lost. So then Friday, they played the Nets, who were undefeated going into that game since the new year. And yeah, the Nets took him to double overtime and won 104-95. I thought that was insane. I didn't watch the game, but I woke up the next day. I work at like 5 a.m. in the morning most days. So me staying up past like 10 o'clock, 10:30 is like, 10:30 is pushing it. So yeah, most games I can't watch, or I don't see the end of whenever, like that BCS championship. I went to bed shortly after halftime. That was bull. Like, I wish I had seen that. My Florida State Seminoles came back and won. Like, that's insane. Anyway, so this game where the Heat lost 2 in a row to both New York teams, LeBron James fouled out. Chalmers, D-Wade, and Battier were already out of the game. So that's crazy. No excuses, but they were using the 8-man rotation. It wasn't really the Heat. That's how I see it. So yeah, LeBron James had 36, 7, and 5. Cole had 18. Bosh 10 and 10. For the Nets, Darren Williams did not play, so Sean Livingston stepped up in his place and he got 19 and 11. Joe Johnson had 32 points. Pierce had 23 points. KG went 12-10, and the bench only totaled 16 points. So they scored 104 points, and the bench only got 16 of those? Oh my gosh. So it's pretty much the net starters versus, some version of the Miami Heat. I don't know if you want to call it the Miami Heat, whatever. But this is going to do it for this episode of What's Up, Boneman. Don't forget to click like and subscribe for more. Peace!